Here we go, guys. This is Galactic Overlord. You've probably seen my intro. I'm gonna talk about all the cards that are in the OCG set so far and which ones are confirmed in the TCG. It's basically the same. Obviously, we got some TCG exclusives, but I'm gonna talk about those when the time comes. So let's go into the first card. Which we got here? Vat Dragon. It's actually the only support the Vat monsters get, and it's useless. It's basically level 6, so you have to tribute one, which isn't that good in the Vat deck, because, well, you don't. Normally, you wouldn't have the monsters sitting in attack mode unless you got, I don't know, lots of spell and trap cards, but they are used just to attack directly. If any that Vat decks, then it's only for attacking directly. So basically it has 25, 100, so it's useless. That's the only support they get. Next one we got Hieratic, Seal of the Sun Dragon Overlord. Uh, this card is basically the beginning of the Heretics. There will be a few others also. We haven't got all the XYZs yet, but they will come, and the Heretics got some OTK too, where they burn the opponent, I think. I believe it's burning your opponent down. Um, and basically what they do, they overlay to search out this guy, and then overlay again and stuff like that. It's crazy. But the deck has so much special summon, and Maxi is definitely, and Valor, they're definitely the best cards um, versus the Heretics. But yeah, this is the beginning. It is a light 8 and has 0/0, so its attack and defense can't be used in any great way at all. But that doesn't matter since the Heretics use this card only. As for the next, we got Overlay Owl. I don't know if it's gonna be some archetype, because there are some others that also are called Overlay something. But as for Sneak card, I think this is okay with 16 defense. It might survive an attack or something. As for its effect, once per turn you can pay 600 life points to detach one XYZ material from a monster on the field. Well, maybe in the Sneak it might be, if anything, but you wouldn't play it in normal games, other than the Sneak. It's has very low attack points, so it's not that great. And there's obviously a level 4. Um, as for the next monster, we got Tasuku Knight. It's a light. It has 17/100 and level 4. It's a warrior, so it can be searched easily. Its effect is when your opponent declares an attack, and this card is in your graveyard, and you have no cards in your hand, you can special summon this card and end the battle phase. And this card's effect can only be used once per duel, per player, obviously. So I think it's really good. But in the Sneak, I don't really know. I haven't seen on the spell trap cards, but we'll see. If there are a lot of spell cards that you can use, then this guy will be great, because obviously the thing that you have no cards on your hand, it's hard to attain in a sneak peek where you play lots of monsters. Uh, but else it's 1700 attack, so that in itself might be very good. As for the next, we got Gaga Gardner. As for the Gaga series, this one's going has 2000 level 4. The 2000 defense is really good. I could definitely see this card be really good at the sneak peek. As for effect, when your opponent declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. So basically get a 2000 defender. And when this card is targeted as an attack, you can discard one card to the. This card cannot be destroyed by battle from that attack. So basically, at the sneak, you can stall forever with this card. Really good. I'm looking forward to sneak peek, and I hope and draw some of these guys. As for the next, the maybe the best card in the series. Hopefully it's not gonna be a secret rare like we have seen before with all those broken cards, because it's a machine level 2, um, 800, 400. Basically, its attack and defense doesn't matter because the effect is in your main phase 2. Um, Obviously this can be special summoned, but in your main phase, sorry, 1, I said 2 before, of the turn this card was normal summoned. And you can tribute this and draw 2 cards. So it's basically a +1. After that you obviously go into your end phase, so you can just um, in your main phase 2 you set a bunch of spells and traps, and then you go CarCardD and go +1 out of it. I could definitely see this card be splashed into almost any decks that are just a little stall. I could even see it in Insect or something like that, because they just need to set up for the Dragonfly play. If they don't have that, obviously there's Armageddon Knight, but if you could run this guy instead of Armageddon Knight, I would definitely do that, because this card gives you basically it's minus 3 cards from a deck, so the chances are that you draw from the 2 cards you draw here, um, or the card after that and the draw phase, they are really high that they are the cards that you need. But definitely this card would be splashed into many decks. Um, a lot of stun decks would you run this the CarCardD. Basically you set bottomless, torrential, all that stuff, and then go +1 with CarCardD. So really good card. At the sneak peek, I don't know if this card will be that great, because mostly the spell and traps cards are the best. So, um, but yeah. As for the next, we got Overlay Eater. As for the overlay series here, really good cool artwork. I like it, but it's a light level 2, 300 and 800. It's a reptile, so it can't be used for anything. During the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Attach one XYZ material from an XYZ monster your opponent controls to a monster you control. So basically, you steal one of their overlay materials. It's really good, but at the sneak, it's kind of useless. And I don't see which decks would be running this. So as for next, we got Hammer Shark. I'm gonna do this short since I think I overdid time pretty much. It has 17, 15, so really good at the sneak with 17. It's a water support. Once per turn during your main phase, you can decrease this card's level and special summon a level 3 or lower water monster from your hand. Basically, you get a free XYZ, but it's a -1 from the hand. Cho'Gath would be better any day, because Cho'Gath also makes free level 3s. You can of course go for Black Ray Lancer and stuff, water XYZs with this guide, but at the sneak peek, the only good thing about it will be its attack. Maybe its effect if there are a lot of other water monsters. We'll see that when time comes. So next we got Hammer Rush Bouncer. Really weird card. It's level 6 and it has let's see, it's a warrior, and in 23 1000. Its effect is really broken. If your opponent controls a card, remember that doesn't say controls a monster, just controls a card and you control no cards. So basically it's a first turn card. Then you can normal summon this card without tributing. If there are no spell or trap cards when this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. So that's really good. It's basically a Cyber Dragon which you normal summon at the sneak peek. Whoever draws most of this guy wins. Basically, it's really broken. And also you can also just tribute it normally. Before in time, we have seen how normal tributes actually are game breaking in a lot of sneak peeks. So this card is really good. But other than sneak peek, I don't see it being used. Then we got Blade Bouncer, the last card for today. Once per turn, at the end of damage step, if this card attacks an opponent monster, and your opponent controls a monster, you can discard one card and have this card attack again. At the sneak peek, it will be really good since it can attack twice, so it will drop mostly drop your opponent's life points low. Plus it has 18, so that's really good, and it's a warrior, so more warrior support. That's it for today. I hope you liked the video, and come in and watch. Subscribe so you will get the next video of the next 10 cards.